Well, hello, hello. How you gentlemen doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're so happy to have you on with us today because we needed some good sci-fi and
Huh.
just fun kind of tongue in cheek. Just it's something that reminds us a little bit of the old sci-fi that we grew up loving. And some good Twilight Zone in there, but also it's some very modern twists to it. So you got to be excited to unveil this to unsuspecting audiences, right?
Oh, heck yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head with going for that kind of vintagey Twilight Zone, tongue in cheek, all the above. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And Timothy, you gotta, this is a lot of times we grow up watching movies and we think, oh, it'd be so much fun to be a part of a movie. Then you get on set and you go, oh no. But then something like this looks like it was actually fun to do, kind of fun to perform too. Obviously, a different, character than yourself, but something just kind of recalls that old times, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just love being a part of it because it was something that we decided to move forward and do ourselves. So it was like, kind of like our baby, our project, and was able to put into it what I wanted to, um, which a lot of other projects that I do, that's someone else's baby that, I'm caretaking and making it what I want and what they want. So this one I was able to go full blast, Jared and I together, and that's what made it amazing for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, there's always fun memories from set. Is there a certain time that each of you guys will always remember as kind of just stood out to you like, oh, this was a good day?
Uh, yeah, all of it was really good. I have something just popped in my head right when you said that. Have you seen the movie yet,
Oh, yes.
Paul? Yeah. Um, so there's the moment, we'll just say it's on the bed between a couple of the characters. I had to jump in there and do some examples for the actress, and me and Tim got a little cozy in that moment, and that always pops in my head. You'll know what I mean when you see it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, please tell me you filmed some of that for a little behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, we got that.
Okay.
What was that, Tim?
We got that?
Oh yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Well, Tim, how about for you? What was that moment for you?
Well, ooh. Um, uh, I don't know. The whole thing was such a blur because, Jared was directing, also helping produce. I was producing and also acting as one of the lead characters.
Mhm.
Uh, so it was a blur because we put all of our energy into this. But I would say the special thing is the day I stepped on set and I said, we made good cast decisions,
Yeah.
good casting, and especially with the leads like the strange woman, strange man. Um, Also with Penny, it just felt so good, and the moment I stepped on set and we started doing stuff, I was like, great job, Jared.
Yeah. Mhm. I love it. Well, and it's hard to put together these independent movies and to also wear multiple hats and then to probably have to do even extra things that you didn't even think about. But people will look at these kind of things and go, okay, this is what I want to do. Like I have a story to tell. So what kind of advice would each of you give to someone who wants to go down this path or is crazy enough to go down this
Don't.
path?
No, that's totally a joke. Yeah, I think being mentally prepared, it sounds cliche, but you're gonna get a lot of stuff thrown at you. Well, just to put it nicely. Um, and you're going to have to roll with the punches, and you're going to have to, like you said, you're gonna have to wear many hats. And so the only way to really get it done as you want to is to be mentally prepared and to just love what you're doing, because there's no way you're going to get all banged up and bruised up the way that you do and survive it without loving it, if that makes a sense. If that makes any sense.
Absolutely. And how about for you, Tim?
I would say if you want to get where you want to, if you want to go where you want to get in your career, you don't have a choice. So in a lot of circumstances, you don't have a choice but to go out there and make stuff. Especially nowadays, if you watch a lot of projects, they're recycling people. So in a lot of the big projects, they use the same people. And so your chances of getting a huge role are more slim to none. Maybe get a, co-star, something along those lines, but everything else is a smaller chance. So if you really want to like gain momentum and try to do something special and kind of skip the line, I would recommend doing something like this. But if you're going to do it right. So it'll be beneficial for you and not hurt you in the long run. It takes a lot of time and effort, and if you don't do it right, you're not going to get the payoff that you thought you were going to get or you wanted. So yeah, my recommendation is do it, especially if you want to move forward, move further along in your career, but make sure you do it right, and that you have the capabilities and the people around you to make it happen. Jared and I did this by ourselves. We funded the entire movie. You also have to have the money to make the movie that you want to make, which also can be difficult. People could, make movies for less than we did also. But I mean, that takes so much, because people doing stuff for you for less money, or people that haven't worked with you and built that trust, it's a lot harder to find those good people and be able to bring it to fruition.
Well, plus you can't get those cool aliens for free.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
What did you think about that?
Oh, that was great, and I guess without spoiling anything, and the eyes came out. I was like, oh my goodness, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, I did a movie a long time ago, and it was a zombie movie, but they had a zombie head, and so many people said, "Oh my God, that thing looks so fake." And so I talked with about that to Jared, and we're like, we have to get this right. We have to get someone good, and I think we were very happy with the final product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and that's what's kind of fun about sci-fi is that while it's very entertaining, there's always something kind of being said too. It's somewhere in there. And so what is it that you're hoping people will kind of look and go, oh, okay, I got that.
I think it's something that's more simple and relatable for most of us, which is kind of examining your interpersonal relationships, and especially between partners, and seeing how, if you don't have a strong core in your relationship, or a strong core with yourself at first, any sort of external pressures around you are going to start to cause your relationship to crack. So, and I think hopefully that was portrayed in this, where you're starting to see there's all these things that are poking at Albie and Penny's relationship from the outside, but if they were a little bit stronger in their core, they could have overcome a lot of it.
It's super interesting, because if you actually, I don't know if you'll think about it the first time you watch it, but definitely on the second time, if you really start thinking about everything that's happening, and if you question anything in the movie, you can relate it to a relationship and what's happening. And I mean, that was kind of the hard part about what we were creating, because we really wanted to show the relationship for what it truly was at that moment. And because you don't want to hate someone, you don't want to love someone too much. There needs to be layers to the relationship. And so that was the difficult part, is how do we make this as real as possible? Because Albie and Penny's relationship hadn't been good for a long time before that moment.
Yeah, well, and oftentimes in relationships, we can feel like aliens or even strangers in our own homes, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like I
Yeah,
kind of
definitely.
like what you just said.
Yeah, it's you know but these things are you know once you get the final movie and then you get you know that it's sort of like you turn it in and they go, okay, well now the work begins, and you've done so much hard work before. How hard is it, you know, right now in this climate to get an independent movie out there, to get it out there in the world, to make sure as many eyeballs see it, and don't the eyeballs don't just lay on the counter like they do here.
For me, I could say it feels, it's like such a daunting task. It almost feels impossible. I'm glad to have Tim to work with, who seems to be a little bit more in tune with these type of things. And obviously, we have a great publicist with Justin Cook. So these little tools, certain things help. But yeah, it's just, for just a filmmaker, someone who's a creative, someone who likes to create things, that whole kind of business side of it is scary. So get involved with people that know a little bit more about that if you can, is my advice.
I think it's just the problem with industries. Like there's so much unknown in every industry that you go into. Like when you come into the entertainment industry, there's so much unknown. Like how do I be an actor? How do I be a director? And everyone's telling you different things and they don't have exact answers. And then, oh, I'm gonna make a movie. How do I do this? How do I get distribution? And there's no like concrete, this is what it is. Where it's like you can listen to people and learn, and that will help guide you along the way. And I feel like the most important thing for us was, let's get this done and get it done the way we want to, because I mean, for both of us, like we don't want to put out bad content. We don't want to put out a bad movie. If it turned out bad, I don't think we would put it out at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, and you know the thing is when you're a creator like this, you're probably always thinking about the next. You probably guys are already thinking about the next movie, right?
Yeah, at least 3 or 4 different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's a good thing. But you know, for now we really enjoyed watching this. Like I said, I think people will get different things out of this depending on maybe what they've been through. But if nothing else, they just enjoy it, for the great entertainment value as well. And so that's
Totally.
so I mean I know this is an exciting time for you guys, and we really appreciate your time and appreciate you making the film and the great answers today. And look forward to seeing what you guys have next for us. But we're going to tell everyone to check this out, and we'll talk to you again sometime soon.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Paul.
Wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
thank you
Okay,
so much.
bye-bye.